Nathan, 5 weeks off, well worth the wait.
Definitely, obviously come back last week and have that sort of cobweb, what you could diffuser or whatever you want to call it last week, which was, and we were rusty last week, but our performance levels today were totally different. First half, I thought we were absolutely outstanding. We pressed, we were energetic, we looked a threat. Our front two were magnificent, I felt, and then ably backed up by everyone. Scored 2 good goals, possibly could have had a third, but I think if the corner had been given them, then we wouldn't have scored the second anyway, so probably only been a 2-0 lead. And then to get pegged back from a good side, we could have defended those much better, but to get pegged back and then just show the character and the desire to go on and win the game and not just see it out and have a point, absolutely magnificent.
Well, particularly having lost 2 players, you've had to reshape and reshuffle and all the rest of it.
Well, we've lost a number of players, this week, and James Bree was playing wounded late on. Cameron Jerome, we had to look after him. Alan Campbell was really stiff, so was Rhys Burke. So look, we've been walking wounded late on because we've been without a game, and championship matches, the intensity, you can't recreate that in training or in FA Cup games really. So it's just a credit to all the staff, credit to everyone involved in the club, and then credit to the players for going out and implementing a wonderful game plan. And we've changed shape as well today to be really halfway through the game, well, 2/3 of the way through the game, to make sure that we still stay real potent, and I thought we were excellent.
You mentioned those goals or not in the first half. I mean, it probably was the right decision looking at the replay that you probably was offside, but the way of getting to that seemed all wrong to me.
Well, look, what they're saying is that they knew Cameron was in an offside position. They just didn't know how he got there, so they needed that discussion. It looks like he's cleared it off his own man.
It looks like
he cleared it off his own man. Of course, and that possibly could have happened. But look, we can't complain about that because a few minutes later we scored anyway. So the run of events would have been different. We still would have had a 2-0 lead, but in the run of events. So I'm glad that one was cancelled. Alan Campbell scored, so that there's no talking points now in terms of it being unfair or offside and this, that and the other. And look, our first half display deserved that, because I thought we were a real threat first half.
And great for Campbell as well. What a finish that was.
Absolutely, and we work on him because he's, with the greatest respect, he's not the most natural striker of football, but the work we do and the rotation and within the 3 came, we've worked on that yesterday, we've worked on it on Tuesday in terms of getting, the rotation within the midfield players. He did it, a couple of good touches, and then a wonderful finish on momentum. And look, and I thought we scored some good goals, because I know it's an own goal, but if Elijah slots that, it's a wonderful goal.
He's a threat throughout again.
I thought the front two were, for 45 minutes, that's a good front two performance, as you'll see, in terms of the pair of them being aggressive and being dominant.
Because they not often play together, have they? It's usually one or other.
Exactly, or we've played Harry Connick, who's been in good form, but we've waited for Cameron to come to fruition a little bit, and he's had to bide his time. But that's what we brought him in for. He's an experienced campaigner. He knows the game. We have to look after him physically in terms of stuff, but he's a great athlete. He really is. And look, they come up against I think they paid 25 million for Kelly, and then Tim Cahill, has had one stellar career. So to do what they've done to those two shows that they have to be in a great level.
Caldini, they call him, sticks it in at the end.
Well, he almost done it against Fulham as well. If you remember, he had a little mazy run and things, but the composure he shows that not many people show in that position, and Lerma dived in, he's gone around him and then bent it, and what a way to win a game. It's probably the best way to win a game, because literally there's no coming back from it. Yeah, well, the roof came off, Miami's gone, my knees are gone, absolutely everything. So, but look, it's not too. Look, some days emotions take over you, and when you're coming up against, we're coming up against a wonderful side, because Scotty's doing a great job there, and I'm pretty convinced in terms of 100% that they'll go up in the top 2. So to do what we did to them here, and it shows that we're in a good place.
But a whole load of fixtures coming up.
But it's a good start, with that you look forward to them. You're not dreading them, are you? We've come up against the best 2 sides in the league and taken 4 points, and arguably should have won both games. So we know at home we're a real potent side. So we're halfway through the season now, even though it's January the 15th, we're halfway through the season, and we've got 32 points, so it's not a bad thing, and probably should have more. But look, we've got some tough fixtures coming up. We've got a block of fixtures, but hopefully we've got the squad to cope with that, and if we haven't, then still the window's open.